Very nicely brought up field by Gervais, as Schultz was able to draw in the defenders. Matt Harland tasked with that last carry for West Shore. Now to Schultz, who's hit once again. Couple of big collisions involving him. Now out to Logan Martin-Feek, and Martin-Feek reaches for the line, and Logan Martin-Feek has scored for West Shore. They have 3 tries in the last 6 minutes, and it's all West Shore right now as they continue to pile forward. Logan Martin-Feek finishing off that run. And I have to say, this is in big part set up by Martin Schultz. And a couple of carries in a row, he was able to draw in the defenders and get rid of the ball just at the point of contact. And there's a big hole it opens up when you can do that, isolating the defender and causing the man next to him to make a one-on-one tackle. And in this case, the support running has been very strong from the West Shore wingers, and they have earned yet another try. So this game threatens to run away very quickly from Port Alberni. They now trail 17-3, and we're only 22 minutes in. West Shore, who had fallen behind in the game's opening 30 seconds, have piled 17 unanswered points onto the board. This time, Logan Martin-Feek's kick is good, so he finishes his own try with the extra 2 points. 19-3 now, West Shore. The former Velox Valhallians leading now by 16 points, and there's still plenty of rugby to go. That could either be good or bad news for Port Alberni, depending on how they react. But they are a very strong rugby team, and I would be very surprised if they don't fight their way back into this one. But it starts right here with the jump, and Port Alberni able to come down with that one through Sean Terapaki. Now out to Roko Tui Wakaya, and by the time I finish saying his name, he's already moved ahead 15 meters. And there we have Port Alberni on the attack. As I said, they're not going away quietly. Big heavy clear out coming in from Ruan Leroux right at the end of that play. Not bothered, however, was Corey Walkers. He's happy to just lead his team into this scrum, and they're confident they can get the ball back with this put in. Scrum fed by Rower. He's able to take the ball cleanly at the back, and it's going to be chipped into touch by Kemp. Not a great amount of distance on it as he was under pressure. And so the result is a line out to Port Alberni right on the 22-meter line. So this is the first time they've been in this neighborhood essentially since the game's opening minute. Doing the throwing for Port Alberni is Joe Kalugan. Not ideal, but it works out just fine for Port Alberni as they have possession right in the middle of the field. Options left. Dardich dancing through the first line of defense. Now he's wrapped up, has to be careful to keep this ball playable. Port Alberni being told to use it. They need to drive this ball forward, otherwise it will be a scrum down. And it is indeed going to be a choke tackle. It is indeed a scrum down to West Shore as that ball is unplayable. Not the prettiest use of the laws of rugby whenever we see that type of tackle employed, but it is effective as long as you can deny that forward advance of the ball carrier and you have lots of bodies in support. From a defensive point of view, you will get the scrum. If you can deny your opposition that forward advancement, then that's exactly what West Shore did. So the Black Sheep need to regroup. They're well inside their own half, and bringing the ball forward is fullback. Check that winger, Matt Kelly. Dardich doing a nice job to collect that low pass off the bounce. West Shore earning a penalty there as James Cowan was the man with the ball. I didn't quite see the call, but perhaps you did while I was checking names and numbers. Either way, it will be a kick for West Shore beyond the range of the post, so they will slash this one into touch, and this is going to be inside the 22 as an end result as the flag goes up. Just inside that 22-meter line. We have 10 minutes left to play. Just over 10 minutes, actually, here in the first half, and it has been all West Shore ever since minute 2 of this game, as they have piled on 19 points consecutively on Port Alberni and have looked fairly sharp in defense whenever Port Alberni has tried to get back onto the scoreboard. Drop there from Rower as he shakes his head, I'm sure. A little bit disappointed with himself. And some relief for Port Alberni. West Shore have looked fairly speedy in the attack, just lots of pace, and they're getting the ball through the hands down the line fairly effectively, although just not on that last sequence. Some pick and drives here from Port Alberni. Dane Dentum with that last one. Set piece here nearly intercepted, and it's going to be swung out into the hands. Interception from Whitehurst, and it's going to be ruled a forward pass as Caleb Whitehurst had that ball thrown right to him. He was pretty far out of position, but somehow ended up with the ball, and you have to take advantage of whatever you can get sometimes out there, and it's the absolute gift, nearly turned into a try. But a forward pass ending that play. It must be said, in fairness, that it was a pretty good recovery tackle to deny that try to Caleb Whitehurst in the first place. Port Alberni kind of getting out of jail a little bit, although the story not quite concluded yet, as they have the ball right at their own 5-meter line, and they'll want to hoist this one back into the pocket and try to kick it clear, but that has not happened yet. And now that is the plan, as Davich's kick is upfield and stays infield, where West Shore will try to mount a counterattack. And speaking of offloads into enemy hands, there is Roko Tuiyaka. I still can't get it right, and I know that I should be able to with enough carries by the man today, as I will get lots of practice. He's been dangerous around the ball. That time, not quite able to finish it off, but getting about 50 meters of distance advantage gained for his team was Asaeli Roko Tui Wakaya. And as a broadcaster, I love the Islanders' names just for the challenge of it. Although sometimes they make me look pretty bad, and they're certainly capable of making the opposition look just as foolish on the field, with some brilliant displays of rugby, as we saw just there from the big number 13. That kick charged down, and it spins into touch at the 5-meter line. So good chase from, or good pressure from Port Alberni, as they're able to get a hand on Kemp's kick. And so very quickly taken, but driven back are West Shore. And the box kick